All right, welcome to the Comic Book Shop of Doom. I'm your host, and this is the nightly news for Wednesday, May 27th, 2020. If you're a young child, please get your parents' permission before you watch this video. If you're under 13, get mom and dad's permission. I'm going to keep it clean, but you never know if I might sport off something. Forgive my look, but I was cutting grass today and doing weeding around my house. So my wife gave a mandate to cut the grass and everything, and it's hot. It's hot out. So I played with the dog a little bit and I took him in because it's too hot for him. Okay, in our news, Fraggle Rock is going to get a reboot for Apple TV. So the old Jim Henson show that used to be on HBO, they're going to do a new version of it on Apple TV. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, they're going to make a series for Amazon. So it'll be on Amazon Prime. Doug Liman is going to direct Tom Cruise in a secret space movie that Elon Musk and NASA are going to be involved with. So they're actually going to shoot a movie like in the stratosphere and in the space. So that's going to be interesting. I hope these guys know what they're doing. Nobody gets hurt. We have a death. R.I.P. to Richard Hurd. He was a character actor. He was an older guy. He was 87. He was in the series V, Star Trek, Seinfeld, and he was in the movie Gleaming the Cube. He was a villain in there with Christian Slater, the skateboard movie. So this guy's done a lot of character roles. So condolences to his friends and family. Kingdom Hearts is going to have a CG animated series that's going to go to Disney Plus. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will release after 2021, says James Gunn. So they've been talking about this for a long time, and to me, this is too long to wait for the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. They're taking too long to make these. Okay, these are just rumors, so take this for what it is. There's a lot of rumors going around that Spider-Man and all the other characters associated with him, Sandman, Black Cat, Jackpot, Hobgoblin, the Green Goblin, etc., are going to be going back to Marvel Studios. So, in order for this to happen, that means that Sony has to get sold. There was a clause in their contract where if Sony's movie division ever got sold or acquired by anybody, the rights to Spider Man and all those characters just go back to Marvel Studios. So this has been heating up for a while, and there's been talks that Apple, Amazon, Netflix, they're looking at buying a movie studio, those companies, because they want more content for their streaming services. So Sony and Lionsgate are the two, and MGM are actually the three smallest movie studios going today with the bigger libraries. So they don't really have like theme parks and stuff like that. Lionsgate's got one in like Hong Kong. But anyway, those companies are being talked about acquiring, being acquired by a streaming company. And if this happens to Sony, if Sony decides to get out of the movie and TV business and dumps that, those Spider Man rights go right back to Marvel. So then Marvel can make Spider Man movies, incorporate him in the Avengers, X-Men movies, whatever they want to do. Okay, Terrence House Tokyo, the show that was on Netflix that Stardom wrestler Hana Kimura, she committed suicide over. She slapped a guy on there and she got all kinds of negative feedback on social media. A lot of guys trolling her and making fun of her. It's been canceled. So the bad press, they got rid of the show. Other wrestling news, Zack Ryder has trademarked the name Major Player. So is that going to be his new name when he pops up in another wrestling fed after his WWE non-compete is up? We will see. Vince McMahon said in bankruptcy court that he is not going to buy the XFL because the rumors were going that he was going to bankrupt it and then get it back cheap. He was going to buy it back. And all the creditors screamed and moaned, and he denies the court. He says, I'm not, he goes, I was thinking about it, but then I changed my mind. So Vince changes his mind a lot. So if I was him and he wanted to buy it back, I would buy it under a dummy corporation where it's hard to find that he's associated with it. Okay, WWE filed new trademarks for WCW. So a lot of people are thinking that they're going to do a WCW themed pay per view. And to me, that's kind of too late because they already had Sting under a deal and now he's not under a contract with them. And then the guys that were in WCW, like Flair and Hogan, they're too old to wrestle. So who's he going to get? Buff Bagwell, Shane Douglas? They don't like those guys, you know. So to me, that's a hard sell to do a pay per view on WCW. Maybe they're going to release a bunch of DVDs or specials for the network. Who knows? Randy Orton bought an airplane. So talk about a waste of money. But he makes like $3 million a year, so he bought an airplane. And then Deonna Purrazzo, she was in NXT. She used to be in Ring of Honor. Okay, she got released from NXT when they had all the cuts. She's going to Impact Wrestling. Everybody have a good night.